Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah. This is Meet an Entrepreneur. Today, I have the honor to have an amazing. Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah. This is Meet. Sorry about that. To have an amazing guest, and I'm going to bring him right now to the camera. Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah. This is Meet an Entrepreneur. Can you hear me? Have the
Yes, I can.
honor
How are
to
you?
have an amazing. Okay, you may want to lower the volume
Sorry
there.
about that. To have an amazing guest, and I'm going to bring him right now to the
I
camera.
think that's coming from your end.
Yes, I think that's it. I should be good by now.
All right. So welcome to the show. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Thanks, Deb. You're looking great today, and I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to be on your show. My name is Tumi, uh, last name Oluyole. My people normally call me Don Crucifixo. I'm from Nigeria. I've been in the United States for almost 17 to 18 years now. Came in here as a student, and since then uh, became the man that I am today. I currently own several businesses, do a lot of stuff, which I'm sure we're going to get into today. And so I'll probably wait for those questions to come. But hobbies wise, I love sports a lot. With the COVID situation right now, it's been really, really tough. But at the same time, it just gets me back to who I am. Study and what's the next new thing for me to do. And so, but I'm a sports lover: golf, soccer, basketball, even football. And so, I'm glad to be on your show, and I'm sure I will probably talk about myself more as we get along here.
Thanks for that introduction. So you are a serial entrepreneur.
That's what people call me, and that gets me scary a little bit. But I just know I love to get myself into a lot of stuff, not just for myself, but I want. It's just more for me to maximize what I think I can achieve on my own, and I've not seen something that has challenged me enough to keep me from doing more and doing more stuff that I would love to do. And so, if that makes me a serial entrepreneur, I think I would take that anytime.
So tell me, how did you get into the entrepreneurial lifestyle?
Wow, good question. Well, I was born an entrepreneur, and I will tell you that. I actually, when I was about 8, 9 years old, when I was going to school in back home in Nigeria, uh, I made what I call a local flavored drink. So I took water, mixed it with stuff, and I took it to school, and I was selling things like that when I was 8, 9 years old. Well, back then, I never knew what that was. But I'll tell you this: when I got home that day, though, I got in trouble with my parents. because, oh yes, because hey, at 9 years old, trying to make money at 9 years old and trying to sell things, and then in Africa, it's not something that was well recognized then. But that was, I would say that was the beginning of the entrepreneurial spirit in me. It's just like I always think outside the box. I always, while I was doing that, it was not just being an entrepreneur. I was just doing it to feel like, okay, you know what, I can make money doing this. But at the same time, I want somebody to love my product. I want somebody to like what I was doing back then. And with that, with those two in mind, it just makes me always want to do something new every time.
Tell me, have you been surrounded by entrepreneurs? Because you're dropping big nuggets right here. You said, I want people to love my product.
Um, Unfortunately, no. Um, but as I started going as an entrepreneur person myself, I started meeting people. Uh, Even before I started getting into my own business, I've always been, a lot of people have always come to me and say, hey, we have this idea, we have this, what do you think? Do you want to invest in it? And, I would look at it, being an accountant, having a financial background, I kind of look at the pros and the cons, and that kind of gives me the leeway of, okay, what do I want to invest in it? Being surrounded, but I was never surrounded by any investors or entrepreneurs at all. I've always, I will tell you, a lot of people have always actually turned me down when I wanted to do something. They're like, it's always impossible. It's always impossible. And to be sincere, sometimes I always doubt myself with that. But that has never been my driving force.
So, as an entrepreneur, we face a lot of rejections, objections, and how are you able to overcome everything?
It's just knowing who you are. It all boils down to you knowing who you are for yourself and what you really want to achieve for yourself. I did mention earlier that I have always, definitely always been, turned down. I still get turned down, but they always say the same. It's not how many times you fall, right? It's when you get up that really matters. And so, to me, when I've been turned down with the whole situation going on, I just always have that neck in me that I have something that I have to show. I have something in me that is greater than what somebody else can see. And to be sincere, it comes with hard work. Once you know yourself and you can put the time in, and you can tune down the noise around you and really focus on what you really want to do, I believe it gives you that opportunity to really think and say, okay, where am I going from here? What do I want to do? Who am I? Some people have actually realized themselves when they're 70 years old. Some realize themselves when they're very young. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. A lot of these guys, when they were young, they started all these big websites and whatever we working with right now. And so it doesn't matter the time. It doesn't matter how old you are. It just matters when do you realize who you can become, what you can become, and just having the veil taken off your face. And once I realized that the sky is the limit, or probably I always say the sky is the starting point for me. That's how I always say it. Once I realized that, I just believe that, what, there's nothing that I cannot achieve. And regardless of where I am, I'm just going to keep trying. If I fail, I'll keep trying the next thing. And that's what has always been a driving force for me.
Wow, the sky is the starting point. Interesting. So tell me, what is your vision in life?
My vision really is I am a philanthropist in nature. Sometimes even to the detriment of what I want to do for myself or for my family. In life, I am just born to live, to help people, and I'm a very jovial person. Everybody that I've come in contact with, they just feel liberated one way or the other, like regardless of what it is. So in life, I will tell you, I just want to live my life to the extent I can't help everybody. I am not trying to help everybody either, but I want to touch as many lives as I can, starting from myself, then to my family with my kids, and then kind of now spread out and say, okay, what else can we do with what God has blessed me with? And that's really what I focus my life on.
So you mentioned earlier that it doesn't matter when you come to that self-realization. The most important thing is to come to it and then to decide what you want to do with your life. As a matter of fact, when I was doing a little bit of research about you and things that really matter to you, I came across this, I'll say, statement that you put out there on social media about 5 years ago. Actually, 5 years ago today.
Yeah,
Wow, what a coincidence.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm going to read um, just a portion of the statement. So you said some people might have good life given to them on a platter of gold with sheer luck and opportunity. Some find themselves at the right place at the right time. Some cheat, get dishonest, and trample on others to get ahead. Some are born with a silver spoon. Whatever the case, I choose to do what is right. I choose to leave a legacy behind for my children, my children's children, and great great grandchildren. The legacy is that I'm a fighter for the good cause, a fighter for equality, a fighter of self belief, a fighter for hard work, a fighter of faith and the unseen, a voice for the homeless, the orphans, the children, the widow, the sick. I'm a comforter. Wow, that's so beautiful. Tell me, 5 years ago, what was going through your mind and where were you at in life?
Um, You just surprised me by reading that out, and I'm a little bit I'm a little bit touched by that because like you said, it's exactly 5 years ago. Um I'm still on the climb for what I really want to do, but 5 years ago when I wrote that, I was in a place whereby I was already like an accountant. I had all my certifications, I had all my master's degrees, I had everything that I had, but I felt that I wasn't doing what I was meant to do. I felt that there was still more. I could have just rolled it up and said, you know what, I have everything. I got a good job. I was well paid, and I could just roll it up there and say, you know what, let me just live my life and move from there. But then I realized that that is not me. That is just not what I have. I really am, and I had to bring that statement out because that day, I was just reminiscing a little bit, and I started writing, and I felt like, you know what, if I don't write this, I will not remember what I am meant to be. And when I wrote that day, it was more like a mission statement and a vision statement for me. And I have not really achieved it. I would put like about 10% of it right now, I would say. So I still have a long way to go. And that's not a problem for me because I know that I will keep climbing that ladder. But when I wrote that, it was for me to create a vision and a mission for myself and say, no matter where I am right now, I have done nothing. I have not optimized what I believe I could do. And you mentioned in a lot of my core values, people need to have the self-belief. Okay. Honesty is just the key word. You have to be honest with whatever you do. You have to be selfless. Okay. And all these words, and I really love kids, and all these things were so important to me. And I just felt like me having that would be a guidance spirit. Like I said, I still have a lot of work to do. But the truth is, I know what I am about, what I'm about. I know what I am living my life for. I know, regardless of what happens to me or what I do in life, this is what I am meant to do. And so until I make sure that I touch as many lives, be it 1 to 1 million, to 10 millions, to billions, I would not stop fighting. Not for myself, for the helpless, for the homeless, for those that have been trampled upon, women, kids, Black Lives Matters, racial injustice, so many things that I know I cannot fight for everything, but I would definitely be involved in it, for sure.
For everyone watching us right now, thank you for watching. If you have any questions for our guest today, please put it in the comment box and we will make sure we address them. I would like to give a shout out to Tim. Tim is a clarity doctor. He is watching right now. Tim, I, I don't know, but I know for sure you'll be proud of our guest today. What he did, he had a vision. He wrote it down 5 years ago, talking about writing down your vision. So, team, if you have questions or anything, please put it in the comment box and we will make sure we uh, ask that question to our guest today. Thank you so much for watching. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Gen Pro and what it means for everyone in this situation of COVID-19. Don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Today we have an amazing guest. His name is Tumi Oluyole, and he is the president and CEO of Gen Pro of Omaha, among other businesses. Right now, I'm going to bring him back to the camera, and we'll talk first about Gen Pro. Welcome back to me.
Hey, hi, thanks.
So I have some comments here. Like I said, Tim was watching and he said, yes, I heard it. He heard it. He's a clarity doctor. And he said that was exciting to hear. Confirmation, hashtag write the vision. And then he said, love the clip. It's hot. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank
So
you.
back to you, to me, Gen Pro. What does it mean to our community today during this pandemic?
Okay, thanks for asking. As you mentioned earlier, Jamper is one of the many businesses that I run, and I will tell you, I do put a lot of time with Jamper as much as I still put in everything else that I do. But most importantly, now that we have COVID, the good thing about Jamper of Omaha is that right before COVID, we have already had an invention called EnviroShield. What EnviroShield is an art of disinfection. When we talk about the disinfectant, we actually disinfect the whole facility. It's 100% disinfection. Okay, and so with EnviroShield, you don't actually necessarily have to just come in and just clean the surfaces. We come in and disinfect the whole environment. It kills the viruses, the bacteria, whatever that the germs that you have in your facility right on the spot. Unlike all the Clorox wipes or things that you use, this kills. It has a quick rate. Other chemicals have about 10 minutes before they start working, and so you can see the difference. And so, Jamper of Omaha, before COVID, we have a lot of franchise owners, business owners who are very vested in what they do. I love them so much. They are my life. They do everything that I cannot even talk about here. We talk about COVID going on. Everybody stays at home. They didn't get a chance to stay at home. They are our firefighters. They are the ones that are going out to take care of the people that are still working. We could not stop cleaning medical facilities. We could not stop cleaning facilities that are providing essential products for us. And so we were recognized as essential employees as well too. And what does that mean too is that means they're going out and they're risking their lives. They're risking their lives. And so I really want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much to all of our franchise owners as well as the employees of Jampo of Omaha, because we never took a break. We never took a break. We've always been out there, and we've gone into a contaminated area to help decontaminate. I will tell you the truth is because during the time we were cleaning, we've had two of our franchise owners actually get the virus as well. And so I cannot thank them very much. So I really want to say thank you to them. And so with that being said, they've always been out there. We do our job diligently. We use disinfectant chemicals. We do not use off-the-shelf chemicals like Clorox that I mentioned earlier. We don't use Windex. We don't use anything off the shelf. Our chemicals are green chemicals, and they are safe for the environment. And these chemicals work on impact. And so we have been, I will literally say, we have been saving lives, just like your firefighters or your first responders have been doing. Our franchise owners have been out there saving lives, and they're continuing to do it despite the rate or the rise of COVID. They've never wavered. We've always protected them out as well. We provide the gloves, we provide the mask as well, and if we have to decontaminate an area, we put on a full suit and we wear a respirator, a full mask respirator to protect us. And in addition to that, we're now bringing our product of EnviroShield, which really, really helps us. I use it at home. We use it in our office. None of my office staff has tested positive, which tells you this chemical is very strong and it works. And so if you're listening to me out there, if you're going back to work, everything is being opened up back. We are a professional cleaning company. We will come out and give you a free quote. You don't have to use us. One thing I would also give you is I'll give you a free advice on what to do. You still don't have to use it. Use us. The most important thing is if you are protected, if you're safe, we are safe. And so feel free, if you have questions as you're watching, go ahead and ask more questions. If there are other things you have, you can give us a call. You can ask Ms. Deb or call us at 402-493-4516, and we'll be willing to kind of help you make sure that your employees and staff are ready to go back to work. And if you're already at work, Prevention is better than cure. We also would do the preventative disinfecting. Once we do that, when people come in, it kills it. It kills all the germs. It kills all the bacteria right on contact. And so you can be rest assured that even if you're preventing, you're as well protecting your environment.
Wow, this is very needed in this time of COVID-19, and you heard it. Um, Everybody needs it. All businesses need it. And GenPro is here to offer that product and service to you guys. Reach out to our guests today, reach out to the company, and they will be able to help you. Like you said, it's safe for everyone and it's EPA approved, right?
Yes, correct. Thank you for adding to that. Yeah.
So tell me, what opportunity does GenPro have for everyone?
Okay. Thanks for asking. We actually have all opportunities right now. Okay. I will start from hiring in-house for the Jumper office itself. We have a couple of positions open. Feel free to contact us or go to our Facebook page. You could see some of the open positions as well. In addition to that, we do have franchises that we sell. Okay. When I say we sell franchises, we make you become a business owner. COVID hit, we're still working. You don't get laid off. You don't have any fear of your bosses are all around you, or you have somebody like, oh my God, am I going to have a job the next day? You are your own boss, and you have everything to take. You make your own decision. I tell people, like, you own your own business and you treat your business as if it's your baby. You want to make sure your baby grows and grows successfully, right? And so that is what we would offer you. We have different franchise packages. Feel free to contact us. And once you become a franchise owner with us, you're also not on your own. You have the support of the regional office of Janpro of Omaha, and we would always be there to support you, to hold your hand. And guess what? I am a financial expert. Yes, I will tell you that. I'm a CPA. I don't really talk about it so much, but I'm a CPA. I do know a lot. I am a practicing CPA. And so I would not just let you out there. I would also tell you things that would help you grow your business as best as you can. And apart from that too, we have a lot of our business owners that are looking to hire people that don't want to become franchise owners. If you want to become a franchise owner down the line, great. Maybe you don't have the, so to become a franchise owner, you only need as little as $950, and you become a franchise owner with us. Okay, not everybody can afford it. And so maybe you want to make some quick money by helping out, become one of the professional cleaners with the franchise owners. Feel free to contact us. We will connect you with one or two of our business owners, and they can always help you. And then if you want to become your own franchise owner, you can definitely become a franchise owner yourself.
Well, if you're out there and you've been hit by COVID-19, you need a job, you need an opportunity to become a business owner. I mean, this is unique. You don't even have to go out and find your own clients or leads. They have everything for you. They will be there. They will support you. Make sure you reach out to GenPro of Omaha, and they will be able to guide you to give you the best option. Thank you for that. And on top of that, Tumi is a CPA, and he will be able to help you with the financial planning and everything that you need to make this work for you. So that was just GenPro. Tell us about Oceans Drive Transportation.
Okay, Ocean Drive, so as we talked about earlier, most of the things that I involve myself with, I will tell you they're pretty much strategic. Okay, and when I say strategic, any business I invest in, any venture that I get into, it has to follow the vision we talked about 5 years ago, right? Everything same with Jampro. I am giving people opportunity to be business owners. I'm changing people's lives. I am making sure that people are not just depending on an income elsewhere. I am making sure people have their own income and a dependable income. Okay, so that is Jampro. So now with Oceans Drive Transportation, when I got into it, okay, I have a mom that is blind. Okay, my mom is blind. She was never born blind. She got blind in 2012. She's a pastor. She's always seen her whole life. And in 2012, she got blind. Thanks to her, she's my inspiration as well. And when she got blind, transportation was a little bit hard for her. Sometimes we would call for transportation. It takes hours before they get to us. We might call today, or even no matter how long we kind of schedule it, they still come late. They make you stay with people. Anyways, long story short, it was not convenient. It's not what was promised. And with that being said, my mom being an inspiration, being, we have a lot of people that want to go to medical appointments, be it dialysis, be it just a dental checkup, be it just to see their doctors for a follow-up checkup, or whatever it is. And they are there sitting down. Sometimes they're actually staying in the cold or in the hot sun. And I feel like that is not ideal. This is the United States of America. We have fast foods. You go to Burger King today, if you don't get your food in less than 5 minutes, the whole world will right? And now you're talking about medical appointment. You're talking about food, right? Now we're talking about medical appointment. You have people waiting, staying in line. That is not, it just didn't look good at all to me. And so that touched me so much. I spoke to a very good friend of mine. He led me through it. You know, I have no experience in medical. Okay, I am an entrepreneur. I am a business person, but no experience in medical at all. But I had somebody that was guiding me, that was holding me, and you know, I told him this is something that I have that is close to my heart. And so that was the birth of Ocean's Drive. And we distinguish ourselves right now. We've been around for less than 6 months, and in the less than 6 months that we've been around, we've had good reviews. We've had a lot of great customers. If you go to our Facebook page, you will see some of our customer reviews in there. Every time they love our cars. Our cars are clean, they're neat. Our drivers are professional. You know, they have professional. And you know, for example, today I just pick a ride for somebody to just help somebody out, and the person has been waiting, even though the person wasn't on my list. He's been waiting for over an hour and a half after his surgery, and he was so exhausted. He was so tired, and he was using his frustration on me. Well, guess what? I had to calm him down. He was like, this. He didn't know I wasn't at fault because it was a transportation company that didn't pick him up. But why did I bring that up? I do this because I want to lessen the frustration of people. By the time this gentleman left my vehicle, we were chatting. He was nice, and he told me that he would always recommend us and he would use us next time. This was somebody that was frustrated. And every time I say things like that, I was given $1 a while ago. I still have the dollar here. I'm going to print it out. Those are the things that make me happy. And that's why I got into the Ocean's Drive. And so, you know, we do Medicaid right now. We do private pay. You know, so if you have, you know, family members, if you have people that you really want to connect with us, feel free. They would be treated just like the way you want them to be treated. We will also go wherever you want to go, and we will do whatever you would like us to do professionally. And so feel free. Our phone number, 531-213-2211. I'm not sure how many phone numbers I'm going to remember on all my businesses tonight, but I'll give myself.
Can you please say that again? 531?
531-213-2211.
I'm sorry, 2211?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that is for Ocean's Drive Transportation. If you guys need right now emergency medical transportation, the phone number is there. Please reach out to 531-213-2211 Ocean's Drive Transportation. You will get the best ride in town, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I remember seeing on Facebook, I think 2 weeks ago, a week ago, that was your first ride, and you were given $1.
Yes, I that was the best money I've ever made in my life. So
That's amazing. So, listening to you, it seems like you provide great customer service and you're capable of diffusing the situation. How did you learn that? Did that come from the experience of being an entrepreneur, or tell us a little bit about it?
okay, well, we've been talking about me being an entrepreneur. I did not wake up being an entrepreneur. I did mention I've been an entrepreneur since I was 8 years old, but no, I did not. There was nothing given to me. I was never born with a silver spoon. I actually struggled. I came to America with $50 in my pocket. Okay, $50. And when I came in with the $50, my older brother back then took the money from me and said, "Hey, we got to use it to fly somewhere, whatever." So, good question. It came with experience. Okay. I have actually worked in restaurants. I worked at Hobbies at one point. I was reporting to 17-year-olds or 18 years old when I was at Hobbies. Even then, I was already an accountant. I already had my bachelor's degree. But it's not what that's not what I'm gonna take with me. What did I gain from that? Is the humility, is the experience and going through it. I've worked at Menards, cleaning the floor, doing all of that. So I have done a lot of menial jobs, and I still do what you think it's a menial job, which is the work of cleaning. I still clean every day, every weekend. I still go out and help. I love doing all of this. And that's part of some of the menial jobs. As with that, I've worked in a lot of accounting positions as well. I've been an auditor. I've worked at Yahoo. They've changed their name right now. I've worked in one of the 10 largest CPA firm here in Omaha. And so I do have some good experiences under my belt. And so a lot of those things have taught me to be humble. And it's not just humble, it's how to treat people too. And not just how to treat people, there's a lot of things that experience teaches. Sometimes you said, how did I diffuse that situation? It was very easy for me too. Something like that, somebody could have snapped. Why? It wasn't my fault. I was called at the last minute to help. But that wasn't what I took into that situation. I went into that situation where I want to help you. And because I'm here to help, I'm going to help you 100%, regardless of how you make me feel. There was a point that he was cursing, he was, saying stuff, but I didn't let that get to me because I wasn't doing that because of the money or stuff. It's because I love any job I've done in my life. I'll tell you the truth. They work at Menards, Hobbies. I've done it judiciously. I love everything I do. I always give 100% because if I give 100%, I can go back and talk about the job and I use that experience and take it with me. And so those things now come natural to me. How do I diffuse situation? It's just so natural to me. I have people that work for me. Are they all always happy with me? No. But one thing I know is at the end of the day, we end up smiling. Regardless of what happens in between, we would always end up smiling. So yes, experience matters a lot. And do not just take for granted whatever position you hold. You might be making $100,000 a year or $200,000 or $1 million a year before. But now, whatever situation you find yourself, do it wholeheartedly because you never know when the next step is going to come. I have people right now that have made way more than I was making before, working with us right now. And so, guess what? They'll learn the humility from us. And so, yes, experience is important, and you have to stick it no matter what situation you find yourself.
I'm coming back to your vision and the statement you put out there 5 years ago today. So you said, from the very first time I heard the word utopia, I believe around when I was 13 or 14, and you had wanted to get there. You might say that is a word that means a place or thought that doesn't exist. But trust me, how on earth can there be a word for something that doesn't exist? If it doesn't exist, then there should be no word for it. I shall continue to strive for utopia. I will not waver in my faith. I will not stop. I will not slow down. I will not lose focus. No matter what I achieve or become, it will never be enough. I will never get tired of helping people. I will never get tired of thinking outside of the box. For I was Hold on. For it was for this very reason, cars, airplanes, electricity, computers, technology, phones, big buildings, and many more were created for my convenience today. These people that thought all of this comfort did not believe in the impossibility. They saw the oxygen and carbon dioxide we breathe in and out, even though it was invisible to the human eyes. I was born a nobody, but I shall die as a known body for a positive cause. That is bringing tears to my eyes. And you wrote this down 5 years ago today.
Miss that a lot of us take a lot of things for granted. And it's true. Look at the comfort. Where in America there is 24/7 electricity. We can drive cars. Now they're making cars with less emissions. There's electric cars. People are going to the moon. We're enjoying all of these things. And a lot of us just sit down and enjoy it. And, everybody's not supposed to do everything. Okay. And so everybody has a purpose. So, and that's why I'm always very careful when I say things. Okay. So I just have to find my own purpose. You have to find your own purpose. But I'm not going to sit down here and enjoy the beauty of the fan, the air conditioning, the electricity, the cars that we drive, and then just die with what somebody else did. We are so comfortable at times. And utopia, when I heard that word, it just sounded so great. It's stuck with me forever. And that's one of my driving force. And I'll tell you, when I look back, I said, oh yeah, utopia, yes, that is great. I would never stop, because the reason is, you mentioned it in in that, it says the oxygen. Why do we have oxygen? We're breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide or whatever it is. Well, somebody gave it a name. Somebody gave it all this. Somebody found out all of these things. And it's all for our benefits. Okay. What can you do to make a difference? What can I do to make a difference? And I've said this before. I cannot leave this world knowing that I enjoyed what somebody else did for me without making an impact in somebody else's life. So much as you've been touched about that, I'm always going to be touched about it. And it's going to be always a realization for me that I can never stop, regardless of how I feel. Some days it's going to be hard for me to get up. But because I know I can get up while somebody else cannot get up, I will get up to make somebody else get up.
Wow, that's awesome. We will take a quick break. Don't go away. We will be right back. Just 20 seconds. Well, welcome back, everyone. This is Meet an Entrepreneur. My name is Deborah. I'm your host, and today we have Tumi Oluyole. I'll bring him back to the camera. Welcome back to me.
Thanks.
Wow. You continue to amaze me. This is great. Your background, how you were inspired by your personal experience, and how that led you to start your business, Gem Pro of Omaha, and how it's helping the community today, especially during this time of COVID-19 with your product, EnviroShield. I mean, that's amazing. And then you just started another business, Oceans Drive Transportation, from a personal experience, your mom and her blindness, and how you are in business to help people and bring comfort to people. Now, let's talk about Life is Us. What is it?
Wow, thank you very much for bringing that up, because out of everything I will do in my life, life is also going to be the number one thing that I will actually leave. Everything else can go. Life is Us would always be close to my heart. Going back to the vision, I mentioned the homeless. I mentioned people that don't have self-belief. Life is Us it's a non-profit, and I have a strong board with us right now that we came together as a people to help to help people that don't have homes, to help the kids, the children, to end poverty, not just poverty. This is the point. When the word life is us, is for the children. Life is for our children. I mentioned earlier that we take a lot for granted right now, but life is us. Let these kids understand that we are here for you. Every life matters. Okay, every life matters. From a child that is begging not to be aborted to a child that is born into poverty, to a child that is neglected at one point, or to a poor family. All these are the future generation. And so we are here, everybody is here to pave way for these children, to pave way for the next generation. And so when we say life is us, life is for our children. And if we believe life is for our children, life is for our children's children, what are we doing now to impact that? What are we doing now to stop racism? What are we doing now to stop, to prevent homelessness, prevent poverty? And so we came up like-minded people. Wow, I have been amazed by the success this has brought. I always thought it was a vision for me. It's not my vision. This is an entire nation. You just have to talk to people that really feel like you feel. I can come up here and say I'm the president, but I have people behind me, behind the scenes, from the vice presidents to our treasurer, to the secretary that are doing everything. I'm here sitting now as the face, but they are doing everything. We are getting donations from left, right, and we're putting this back into the community. And so this really is what really touches us. This is really what life is all about. This is what we all do. This is what we are living for. Regardless of all my entrepreneurship, everything I am doing goes back to helping the community, helping these people, because they are the future generation. They are the ones that are going to change our life for good.
Wow. That just confirms what you put out there 5 years ago. You're a fighter for equality, a fighter for self-belief, and you're doing this for homeless, orphans, children. And I mean, I put the statement out there. You guys can read it in the comment box. That's for a big cause. And how do we get in touch with Life is Us?
Okay.
What's the phone number?
Currently, phone number will be 402, and that's going to be my personal number, and I'm always available anytime. 402 301 5382.
I'm sorry, 5382?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, I talk so fast. When I'm passionate about things, I talk so fast. Just slow me down. We're also there on Facebook. If you want to donate, feel free. If you want to be a volunteer, we have people that are begging to be volunteers. Feel free. We have a lot of projects in place. We just got an anonymous gift of $500. I don't know who that is. We can't even send them a letter of thank you. Imagine, for back to school items. And we just feel free, give us a call, join the movement on Facebook. We all have kids. Even if you don't have kids, you don't want the future kids to be a mess, right? And so please feel free, call us or join us, join the movement. Go contact us on Facebook, and there will be other things that we'll probably be bringing out more in the coming weeks and days.
So Life is Us, to get in touch with them, 402-301-5382. And they just had an event about 2 weeks ago. They donated a lot of stuff to families in need, to people that were in need during this COVID-19. I mean, all your gift donations are needed. Get in touch with Life is Us. It's for a big cause, and we really appreciate everyone out there for everything that you're doing. Thank you so much, Tumi, for everything that you're involved with. Thank you for making this community a better community for just everyone, from parents, adults, to even kids. Thank you so much.
Well,
So,
I would love to say thank you for thanking me, but at the end of the day, I am not where I am without my team, and so I would take the thank you, and I would definitely pass it around to the team. It's a team effort. A lot of these things I cannot do any of them alone. I have tried it in the past; it's failed, and I've been able to now surround myself with trusted people, trusted individuals with shared vision. And so that's very important. And so, well, as much as I appreciate you thanking me for it, because I'm the one that's been the voice, I will go ahead and make sure that my team do enjoys it. They're always in the background, but there's still gonna be a lot of stuff that we want to do. And so, please, life is us. We want a better future. With all this COVID going on, with the killing of George Floyd, even in our own local town here, a young kid, a young father of, I believe, is like 21, 22 years old, was killed downtown. We have to do better. We have to trust the system. And so we, like I said, what can you do? You cannot, if you cannot come out like we are doing. Is it by your support? Is it by your volunteering? Please just do something, and trust me, no matter what you do, you would always feel the impact down deep down in your soul that you really did make a difference.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So we talk about Gen Pro, Ocean Drive, Life Phasers. What else are you hiding?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about it briefly, and there's a reason why. Okay, because I got so much already. But before realize, well, I've always done my entrepreneurial spirit. I've always done something one way or the other, that I've not even mentioned here. But I did go to school. I'm glad I did. I am an instructor right now at Bellevue University. I teach as well as Bellevue University. Actually, I'm a managing partner. I am a majority partner of D&K Financial LLC. We do bookkeeping, taxes, and things like that. The reason why I brought that up is I love that because that's my blood and my soul. Being a CPA, I work hard, to study for that exam. That's another story for a different day. I've always not had that self-belief. When I was in Nigeria, I was less than average. And I came to the United States with the belief that there's nobody that can help me. $50 in my pocket. I'm paying with student loans, credit card to go to school. I cannot afford to fail. I cannot afford to retake a class because then I would have to pay again. And then actually what that really taught me was how painful it was for my dad that has 5 children to send all of his kids to school, bringing out other money in his pocket, being selfless. It could be whatever he wants to be, but no. He made sure that we went to school. He wasn't rich. He didn't have the money, but whatever he had, he was sending us to school. And with that, that was my driving force. I cannot fail a class. An average student, but I'm here in a different scenario. I turned up the volume of my life, studied hard, took out everything else that is going to affect me. And people look at me and like, this guy is smart. I am not, I was never smart. I don't know what smart is. All I know is everything I do is because I'm putting my time in it. I don't know if that made me smart or that changed something about me or I wasn't putting enough time back then. But D&K Financial is, I do taxes, very smart, and I just don't take your taxes. The difference between me and anybody else, H&R bloggers, and this, I care about you in everything I do. And so if I do your taxes, I take your information, I do a 360 degrees. I ask you questions people won't ask you. And I'm not only stopping there. I'm always with you. I send you a letter before the end of the year and ask you, has something changed in your life? Do you want to make an appointment with me to help you out and say, okay, well, what do you think for tax planning? And so I'm not just a tax professional. I am more like a financial kind of person that kind of helps you oversee with tax planning. Some people will call me and say, okay, how many deductions should I put on my W-4? So I'm always there for you throughout the year, not just once a year. You would always see me. But I do not take in a lot of clients on that. I have special clients that have grown the past 12, 13 years. I will still talk to you. I have people that I can always recommend you to. And so I do not sell that a lot because I am very, very, if I cannot give you 100%, I'd rather not get into it. And taxes, financial planning, as well as accounting, bookkeeping, they really matter to me a lot because numbers, you don't want to make mistakes with numbers. And then so I don't take it, but I can still help people out. I can advise you. I'll just be prepared to pay me for it though. So, but yeah, that's one of my endeavors that I do as well. What else do I do? I would be doing myself a disservice if I did not mention my investment group. I do have an investment group with, I am currently an advisor in the group right now, but it's called Oceans of Omaha Investment Group. I was a president for a while, been in different positions, but now I am an emeritus president and I do advise the group as well. And I'm still an active investor. But a lot of them comes to me, a lot of them are people that I trust. We're about 8, 9 strong right now. We've been together for the past 10 years. A lot of us have been together for the last 10 years. and some of my investment, even they actually invested into Jumper as well. So some of my investment, they're part of it. And so, like I said, I'll do myself a disservice if I don't mention that group and some of the things that we do. And without that group, I wouldn't have had some of the experiences, because with that group, we failed. We've invested in businesses that have failed, but we've rebounded so much as well too. And so I would like to also bring them up and just make sure that they get recognized as well.
Wow, you do wear so many hats, even though you only have one head. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. You've heard it from the beginning. If you just connected, I will highly encourage you to go back and watch from the beginning. So many nuggets dropped here. So many community activities. These all these businesses are here to improve our community and to better every and each individual. We have so many opportunities as well for anyone that needs it. Um, any last comment?
Oh, definitely. I was waiting for that. I would want to take this little time to kind of ramble a little bit. First of all, I am not me without the people that surrounded me. Okay. I have to say thank you, God. If people that know me every day listen to this, are like, is this Tumi talking? Yeah, it is Tumi talking. I've never lived a wayward life, never will, and I'm not a perfect human being, not even close to it. But I've had a lot of people that have come to my life that have really affected me. First of all, is God. I'd love to say thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to be able to be on the live show with your dad tonight. And then my mom and my dad. I mentioned my mom is my inspiration. My dad, he paid for our education. My dad works for me right now. Kind of go figure, go figure, right? My dad works for me, doing what it takes, to still. That's the kind of legacy that we always have to work hard. So I want to say thank you very much to my dad and my mom. My siblings have been great. We fight a lot. And that's what makes us. I have 4 siblings. We're 5 in total. We are 5 different people doing great things, and I just want to thank them because we always challenge each other in what we do. I have a brother that sings. You wouldn't even believe that. I have a sister that also owns a nonprofit that has been great. I have a brother that is a lawyer. And so I really want to thank my family for that as well. My kids, obviously. My kids sometimes, they sleep with me in the office when I'm working 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not ideal for them, but they sleep on the couch, sleep on the chair. They might not understand what it is right now, but I know when they grow up, they understand that everything we do is for them. And this is really going to touch me because now I want to talk about people that have really been around me, from my very close friends. When I first came to America, I was driven to work by somebody. I was, in the snow, and they will come in and pick me up. And I'm not going to mention names here, but I've had a lot of people, and they know themselves, that have been around me. They've supported me when things are down. Sometimes Tumi does some crazy thing, and 2 a.m. in the morning, I call them up. They show up. I really want to thank them, for this opportunity. Like I said, this is just the starting point. There's really nothing. I haven't achieved anything. I'm glad I'm on this show. But at the end of the day, when I come back here, I will make sure that there's really more to really talk about that I've achieved between this time and the next time I'm going to be here. And so I really want to thank those friends and families that have been around me for so long, some that have even called me abroad as well. Last and very important to me are the people that I work with. I am a leader, but I am not a manager. I am a leader. I am not a manager. I am the worst manager you would ever have. Doesn't mean I'm not working on it. I am working on it. But I'm the worst manager. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is, I work so fast. I see so much in the future that I feel sometimes to recognize the efforts of what people around me are doing. And I really, really want to use this opportunity to say, I see it, I understand it, I appreciate it. I would never be, if they leave me today, I would be nowhere. And so I really do appreciate those working behind the scenes with the nonprofits, with the various organizations as well. I really do appreciate you, the franchise owners that have, during COVID, that have been doing all of that. I really appreciate them. And that's why I try my best to always be engaged, be available as well for them. And so even my instructors at school, actually, I work with some of my instructors that were back then my professors. Now we are professors together. And so I really want to appreciate them because they really taught me to be who I am. And so I am pretty much in the middle, but I have so much that has surrounded me that every little people that I have met in my life they have changed me one way or the other for the better. And so I really do want to use this opportunity to really thank everybody. And guess what? I would not be doing a great to myself if I don't say thank you, Miss Dogger, for actually having me on your show. I don't know how I qualify to be on your show, but I am on it. I'm gonna use it as best as I can. And I've not been jovial as much, but I am a very jovial person. And so I thank you for bringing me on your show. I really love it. And so like I said, I really will be back here sometime again. And I want to make sure that I bring my team on as well. And it's going to be more successful stories.
We would love to have your team on this platform, and shout out to Team Tumi, Ocean Drive, Gen Pro, Life is Us, Investment, Ocean's Investment, and many, 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 many more. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being great, and thank you for the great work that you're doing to help for the betterment of the community. And I would like to take this time to thank everyone that connected tonight, everyone that is watching. And we see your comment, we see your heart, we see your likes out there. Thank you so much for watching. This was Meet an Entrepreneur. And before we go, I would like to remind you of the Enviro Shield, yeah, that Gym Pro has to help with the COVID-19 when businesses are going back, they're reopening and everything, even residentials. Don't forget the Enviro Shield of Gen Pro. They're here to help you, and you can just reach out to them on social media, on their website, or you can leave a comment in the comment box, and we will make sure we connect you to Gen Pro of Omaha Ocean Drive. Life is us. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye bye.